Okay, it's time for us to get into yet another dilemma. Woohoo! I love being an agony aunt. I really do.
Me too. I'm living the dream.
It just really is wonderful.
Yes.
This is a long one. Okay.
I almost fell for that. I saw that pothole just in time. Ooh, I'm so proud of myself.
Woo!
You almost had me, Dusty. You almost had me.
I was there like just about to bite. Nearly next
maybe.
time. But yeah, this is a one of our longer letters, which I'm quite interested. Okay. Subject line: I am the breadwinner now, and this is coming in from Georgia. Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to be a Georgia. I wanted to be a Georgina or a Georgia, and I wanted people to call me George. But anyway,
I used to work with someone called Georgie, and she's just the coolest person ever.
They always are. Like I really
phenomenal.
wanted that name.
Phenomenal person.
Yeah. And my mum was like, "Oh, I considered it," and I was like, "So then what happened?"
I like Dulcie though. To be fair, Dulcie is a delicious name. Yeah,
but you can so see me being George. Like
yes.
It's like I'm such a George, and like I wouldn't even be a Georgie. I would just be George.
When you wear your all black, I like that all black that we wore to the Palace of Versailles, and with the hat, I can see you as a George.
That was so George. Yeah. Or like the outfit for lunch at Harrods. That was a George look.
That was a George look.
That was a George look. Anyway,
not George but Asta. That was a.
Oh hell no. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, I've been put off that name forever.
I like that name too. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, Georgia, we are taking this seriously. Your subject line says, I am the breadwinner now. Hello, ladies. I love the Undo podcast, and the time has come that I just have to write in. My wife and I have been together since university. We met in first year halls, bonded over too much tequila and a block party obsession. Come on, block party. I used to love block party.
Oh, tonight make me unstoppable, and I will charm, I will slice, I will dazzle them with my wit. Oh,
I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to listen to that after this.
Me too.
Oh, Mama Curie's in retrograde. Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Georgia.
You have fantastic taste.
You've got great taste. Okay. So we met in first year halls, bonded over too much tequila and a block party obsession, and have been each other's person ever since. It's been just over 15 years, and we built a life full of love, laughter, and mutual respect. But lately, something has shifted. We've always had different careers. She's a teacher, and she's brilliant at it, endlessly patient, completely committed. She's amazing with people, and she's tolerant in a way that I will never be. And I've always been the one chasing big, shiny corporate roles. Still, the balance worked. We joke that I brought the spreadsheets and she brought the soul. For the first few... I know, right? You know, just like, this is nice. For the first few years, our salaries were pretty much the same and we split things 50-50. But over time, the gap has grown. But last year, she was passed over for a promotion she really deserved. It knocked her confidence more than she let on. Around the same time, there was a sudden reshuffle at my job, which saw me step into a senior role covering EMEA. The jump in salary and visibility was huge. It was a big win, and it was one I worked hard for. It basically doubled my salary. Suddenly, I'm in leadership meetings, getting flown out to strategy days, handling budgets bigger than either of us imagined, and now the balance is off. We're not arguing exactly, but I can feel the shift. We've been thinking about starting a family, but when I mentioned looking at buying a bigger place, she pulled back. She said we should be realistic. She talks about feeling stuck at work, about not wanting to take from me. She makes jokes about your money or your career, and that stings more than she realizes. She's proud of me, I know she is, but there's a new tension, and I get it. The difference is stark now. I pay for more and I don't mind, I want to, but I can feel her ego smarting. She's never said it outright, but I think she resents the dynamic we've ended up in. The version of life we imagined together is starting to feel too uneven. I love her. I want a future with her, but I've worked my arse off for this and I'm proud of what I've achieved. I don't want to apologize for my success. And I also don't want to wake up in 5 years having built the career I dreamed of, but lost a relationship that mattered the most. How do I protect what we have without dimming myself to do it? I'd be grateful for any advice that you have, Georgia.
Are they married?
Yeah, my wife. Yep.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Girl, I think you might need to go first on this one.
That's why I asked if they were married, because it's the stakes are higher.
Yes.
Because the thing about marriage that is different from just dating someone is that marriage, apart from it being, a piece of paper, like some people say, it's a mindset. Marriage is a mindset. It's not about, how some people like focus on all the trappings of marriage, like the wedding, the rings, the this, the that, but really forget about the essence of it, which is the relationship, the bond, not just relationship, the bond you have vowed to make with this person. And that bond is it's a sacred bond. And it requires a monumental shift in mindset. So when you say things like dimming yourself to do it, I would say you think about that a little bit. Is it you dimming yourself, or is it you looking for a way to walk through this challenging period with your partner, your life partner, in a way that both of you come out of it, whole and well and happy and healthy, rather than you seeing it as I don't want to have to diminish myself. Let's not take our minds there yet, right? Let's focus on the prize and not the perceived cost. What do you actually want? You want a relationship with your life partner built on mutual trust, respect, but also love and a sense of, as you said, equality. But I would say, I would challenge your view of equality, right? I would say focus less on equality and more on equity. Because I remember listening to this interview with Michelle Obama where she was talking about her relationship with Barack, and she was like, people kept fixating on the fact that she said she hated him for 10 years. And I'm like, that's not the point.
That feels a bit like marriage, right?
It's like, that's not the point, right? The point she was trying to make was that it's never 50-50. That's why I asked if you were married, because marriage is, I don't care what anyone says, it is not 50-50. Because there will be times where somebody will be giving 20 and the other person will be 80, but together you're still, the key thing is that together you're still 100%. And so I would say rethink your view of equality and shift it over to equity and say, okay, and life is seasonal, Georgia. There was a time where both of you were earning the same. Now it's not. There may be a time where no one knows in the future. There may be a time where the roles may be reversed, right? You want to be able to approach this in a way that gives grace to both of you. And that means that sometimes, and explain it to your spouse as well, sometimes that may mean one person is shouldering more of the financial burden than the other, but that does not take away the value that the other person still brings to the table. And I think it's worth having a conversation with your spouse, Georgia, and sitting her down. First of all, starting with what matters most, and that's your love for each other. A paycheck is not going to change that. Yeah, don't allow a paycheck to change how both of you see each other and your relationship. So I would say what you're saying to us, say it to her.
Yeah.
You say that this is the most important relationship, you said, or something to that effect, that you need to act like it is and actually express those feelings to her, because the stakes are very high for you. You don't want to lose her. Then you need to communicate with her. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh yes, well, I agree with everything you've just said. I can't speak from a place of lived experience on this one, but just picking up on a couple of things. that you said in this letter, Georgia. I'm trying to find where you said it. There's a new tension. The differences start. I pay for more. I don't mind, but I can feel her ego smarting. I'm going to challenge you.
How do you feel someone's ego?
Yeah, I don't think it's her ego.
Yeah.
I think it's about identity. So you've already talked about the way for both of you, your identity, even as a couple, it's like the teacher with the heart is one person and the other one's a corporate go-getter, like this has become part of the identity. And it's always been like, there's this lovely duality between your relationship. Like you've been the yin to the yang, that kind of thing. But now if one feels so much bigger than the other, it can be a bit jarring for her. And also something I think is really important to hold on to is that she's not, I can't speak for her. I don't think she's frustrated or resentful or jealous of your success, but I think she might still be mourning the loss of her own trajectory.
Yes.
You said that she was passed up for a promotion that she really wanted. That's very difficult. That's difficult by itself. But then to see you get something that you also have worked hard for, but it wasn't something you were going for. It was a reshuffle that ended up with you having this great role that you deserve, of course. But like these things happening around the same time, or certainly it seems like it's around the same time from the letter, that would make her perceive her experience as even more failure. And so it's difficult, it's a hard thing to come to terms with. And I think, so this is where I'm getting to with the identity piece, is that the two of you have always been very different but equal in terms of your identities and your works. And you probably both of you hit a point of promotion at the same time. You got it, she didn't. So it just, everything, even though you guys have been different, you've still been moving in the same direction within your respective careers, and now you're not. And so I think that for her will be painful. It's just a painful thing of feeling left behind, not good enough, all of those feelings that we all have when we're disappointed at work. And it feels like for both of you, your work is a large part of your identities as individuals as well as a couple. And so disappointment and setbacks in work are very hard to tolerate in and out of work, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's worth reassuring her, not in a patronizing way, but like just reminding her that she's fantastic and of all the like she's an amazing teacher, she's great at it, etc. And why not have conversations in which you ask her, like, how is she? Like, how is she finding work? What would make it feel better? What can you do to support her? But just be so careful not to sort of patronize or, talk down to her. I'm sure you wouldn't intentionally, but just be really mindful of the words that you pick. But at the same time, like you said, you don't want to dim your light. Why should you? You've worked hard and you should be proud. Excuse me, you should be proud of what you've achieved. So don't dim your light, but maybe soften the glare. Be intentional about how you share, knowing where she's at right now. Be intentional with like how you share about what's happening at work and your wins. It's not saying don't talk about them, but invite her into it, make it an us thing. It's collective progress. And I think that's probably a big part of it, is that the two of you are winning together.
Yeah, in the same boat.
You're in the same boat. If one person wins, we're both winning. And Yemi made a really, really strong point about contribution. Money is not the measure of contribution in a relationship. It really isn't. Incomes will shift. Roles in the relationship will shift. Someone might be taking, like you said, more of the financial burden. Maybe someone else has more domestic burden. Maybe someone else, and these things will change over time.
They will. I don't know, you didn't mention whether you had kids or not. When kids come.
She said they were thinking about kids.
Oh, there you go. So that's another shift that's coming your way.
We've been thinking about starting a family, but when I mentioned looking at buying a bigger place, she pulled back. So I think what you really need is to have a reset as to what this relationship is and what partnership means for us. What matters to us. It can't just be money. And then I think
Yeah.
thinking practically but again, money is a really big part of it. So think about, okay, financially, what are we doing? And how
Mhm.
can we set up processes and routines that make this feel a bit more equitable? So what are
Mm.
our shared financial goals? Okay, we want to buy a house.
Mhm.
Okay, we want to have kids. We want to travel. We want to invest. I don't know, whatever it is, right? Okay, so let's set up these savings pots that we are both paying into. We're both putting money towards these things. We have a goal, and it doesn't even matter who puts what towards a goal. It just matters that we get to that goal.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to just go on and on about who pays what and who did it. Is there, it'll be dealt with. You can put money, you can put more, but it doesn't have to be a thing, right?
Do you know, you just gave me an insight as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about don't dim your light, but like reduce the glare.
Mm.
I would say do that with your financial status as well.
Yes.
You know, just because you make more money now doesn't mean you should suddenly change how both of you have agreed to operate financially
And how to
without
live.
consulting each
Yes.
other. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, don't just be like, oh, I'm in the money now, so we can, like, carry her along
Yeah.
with major financial decisions,
Mm-hmm.
and not just listen to her concerns, but really try and understand where she's coming from when she says things like, we can't afford it. What do you mean? Can you
Mm-hmm.
explain more to me about why you think that? Because
Mm-hmm.
here's what I've got. Here's what we got together. I think we can afford. Like, get to
But
the
if
root
you're not
cause of it.
comfortable with it, then
Yeah,
yeah,
like, don't just be like, I make money now, so
we
we
can do
can
it. Yeah.
carry her along with that.
Mm-hmm.
It may be more of, her reluctance is she's there's a fear in her that is thinking, okay, now that you have this, maybe it'll cut her out of decision making more.
Mm-hmm.
Just just like when it comes to making decisions as a couple,
Mm-hmm.
still the person who earns more does not automatically have more say.
Exactly. Nothing should have changed in terms of how you make decisions.
Exactly. You know what? Yeah. So another
Bear
area
that
to
in
watch out
mind.
for there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, as you well know, Yemi and I both love your love for Block Party. But
Yes.
even when you're talking about it, it just made me think back to that time. And Yemi, I've said this to you so many times. Like, best year of my life, second year uni.
Yes.
Best year.
Agreed. After the
Wonderful
culture shock of the first year.
time. Ooh. Now, a year later, I'm like, okay, I get this. Okay, understand. And I think the wonderful thing about the two of you having that shared history is that you can do some time traveling.
Mm.
Remember those things that you met and connected over.
Mm-hmm.
Reconnect to who you were. The two women that met each other, bonded and fell in love all those 15 or so years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of this stuff mattered. None of this existed.
Exactly.
You didn't have the careers and the money issues and the this and the that.
You were broke.
You were broke. And you still found love in a hopeless place or whatever. But like, genuinely, how can you go back to that? And I mean to reconnect to what matters most. Find that space, that playful, loving, unguarded space, and protect it with everything that you've got.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay? Don't lose yourself in the day-to-day, like, logistics, and I need to be here, and then you need to do this, we've got to clean that, we've got to do that, oh, we need to do a date night, but it feels like another thing to just tick off the book. No, babe.
Mm-hmm.
When things start to feel really transactional, when you're fully just disconnected, and everything is, and this I think ties into my point earlier about your identity being too wrapped up in your careers, both of you. Go back to the girls that you were before all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that thing and protect it with everything.
Yeah.
Play. Okay, I'm so serious when I say you've got to play.
Yeah. It can't all be about work.
It cannot. Go back. We have an episode. Hold on a second. Please hold.
Cue elevator music. We found love in the hopeless place. 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 Are you ready?
We're back. So you scroll up in your feed, we had an episode in the last season of the podcast. It was 2nd of June, and it's called Let's Talk About Making Space for Play. Go and listen to that episode.
Yeah.
Go and listen to that episode, because play individually, but also as a couple in any relationship, is a wonderful way to reconnect yourself with what matters, to reconnect with your truest, happiest selves. And because you have that, you go back, way back. You can do this together. You can find a way to play in order to travel back in time and reconnect on that very deep and emotional level. Is there anything else? Oh, therapy. Go to therapy. Therapy isn't just like, it's broken. Nothing's broken. It's not a fixing situation.
Yeah, no, it's not like,
This stuff,
I would advise individually as well. Like, it doesn't, I wouldn't even say couples therapy. I would say just individual therapy.
I would say both. Both of you do it individually, because you're both dealing with different things. You are growing rapidly. She's had a career setback, and the two of you have got a dynamic that's shifting. And I think why couples therapy would also be really good for you. Like, the individual stuff to work out your own shit, but then as a couple, I think it'd be helpful to have another person to help you navigate what can be really tricky conversations. Money is the number one reason for people divorcing. So, like, it's not a small thing. This is a big deal that you really want to figure out. And what you don't want to do is get lost in what you assume the other person is thinking and feeling. So having someone to help you navigate that and have good perspective on it all will be helpful. So if possible, and like, babe, I know you can afford it, Georgia.
Yeah, I was going to say that's something you can spend your new
paycheck
on. Yeah.
You don't need to go to Mykonos for a week. Okay? You don't need to stay at the Four Seasons. Go to therapy, girl.
Don't buy a house. Go to therapy.
Don't buy a house. Go to therapy. Don't have kids. Go to therapy. But like, genuinely, I really hope that that's helped. Good luck. Don't throw away true love because of a damn job or a salary, and it's never worth it.
No.
Just work on it. Be honest with each other, both of you. If you want, maybe play this episode for her as well. This could help. It might help to hear what you said and hear what we said. So good luck, Georgia. Listeners, excuse me, I'm not getting choked up. I'm just a bit
emotional.
So anyone listening who has been in this situation, I'm sure plenty of people have, it'd be great if you could share your advice, hints and tips with Georgia. You know how to do it. Hop into the comments on Spotify and leave your commentary there. And while you are there, if you like what you're hearing and you want more people to hear it, leave a 5-star rating and review. Okay?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. And so I think that's it. Well, I say that. Anything else, Yamin?
I think we did what we had to do.
We did what we had to do. And Georgia, now it's time for you to do what you have to do, honey.
Yes, girl.
All right. Well, good luck. Bye.
Bye.